Dr. J welcoming you to yet another interesting video here today. And this is a question again frequently asked by people. How soon will I see the results of the prenatal communicator that I've used during pregnancy? Now, we as human beings are very impatient in anything and everything that we do. We want instant results. We do something now and we want to see the result next minute, which in real life really does not happen. One woman went to the extent of asking me that, listen, if I put the prenatal communicator on and I start playing the music or the alphabets or the words, and if at the same time I get an ultrasound done, will I see something happening to the baby inside? For heaven's sake, no. Prenatal communicator is not about putting an electrode into the womb or an electric current or stimulating the baby with a sharp needle that you're going to see something happening there. No. It's just going to the baby is just carrying on the way it should. So you need to be patient and you need to relax and wait for the results to unfold and appear in front of you. Now, when you plant a tree, say for example, you put a seed in the soil, you don't see the tree overnight. It takes time for the tree to grow. Or when somebody is making a huge building, a skyscraper or something, it doesn't come up overnight, You lay the foundation, then you start building. In fact, one evening I was having a discussion with an architect friend of mine, and we started discussing, and he got interested in about prenatal parenting and how we are laying the foundation in the brain. And he said to me, funnily enough, when we make huge buildings or we are designing a skyscrapers, for example, we spend a lot of time on the foundation, on the design, and then the details about the foundation, because that is the most important part of the structure of the building. Later on, once the building is up, you can repair minor cracks and little things happening here and there, but if there's some design fault or some basic fault with the foundation of the building, then that is a huge problem. Similarly, when you go out to the park and see a beautiful tree, how many times you actually think about the roots of the tree? You don't. You just look at the magnificence of the tree or the fruit that the tree is bearing. Or when you go and look at a tall, huge building, you don't even think about for a moment, that, hey, under the surface, what's going on out there? The fruit that you're seeing on the tree, it's because of the roots of the tree that are inside the ground. Similarly with the building, it's the foundation of the building that's inside the ground. We don't pay attention to that, but that's where the actual matter lies. So we need to understand that. Now, in real terms, you will probably not see any tangible results until the child is about 6 years old. Because you must remember that the baby is functioning at the subconscious mind level from pre-birth to about 5 to 6 years. Which means that the logical, the analytical, the critical, the mathematical, the calculating brain has not yet taken shape. Between the ages of about 5 to 6, there is something called a critical factor which develops in the brain, which separates the conscious from the subconscious mind. So until such time that you will see a child is not scared of doing anything, he will roll down a hill, he will run down the stairs. Children can touch hot pans because they don't reason. They don't know that if I do this, my hand is going to burn. But once that kicks in, the reasoning, the logical part of the brain, if I do this, this is the result. If I do this, that's going to be the result. That is when the real results will come in. And when the real results come in, it is not only to do with your intelligence quotient or how well you are doing at school, or what are your grades and how you're analyzing it. It all matters down to what is your analysis, what is your logic, what's your reasoning like in real life and other things also in life. And I have seen time and again, mothers come up to me, the child is 6 or 7 years old, and the teachers at school are wondering, how come your child is so well balanced? How come your child is wonderful at studies, and yet at the same time he's so good with the other aspects of life as well? So the real results will come in once the child is capable of reasoning, of logic, of deducing. That is when you will see real tangible results, and that your child will stand out as a better person. However, having said that, you will see some results, appreciable results for that matter, just after the birth of the baby also. Because the child who is gone through a period of good nurturing, a sound nurturing and intelligent nurturing in the womb will be a happy child, will be a more relaxed child, will be socially more interactive, will be intelligent. He's got an intelligent look in his eyes. He's not a crybaby, and generally a very happy baby. And I mean, I'm sure all of us have seen, some very, very happy babies, and wonder, wow, this baby is fantastic. He's smiling and playing, and even with my experience, I see small babies, 3, 4, 5-month-old babies, and I know, wow, this baby looks a bit different. This baby looks more intelligent. He's more attentive. He's more aware of what's going around. So you will definitely see results right from day one. But as far as real results, where people will come back and tell you that, your child is fantastic at school and is a happy child and he's a good child, that thing will happen later on. So you need to wait for the results. Just like as I said, you plant a seed and you wait for the tree to grow and then bear the fruit. So don't be in a hurry. But really, the example that I just give you about the seed and the roots and then the building and the foundation, it's very, very relevant to the same thing that we're talking about. So I hope this has been of interest to you, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Thank you.